Good day to you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Want to look at a question from the Bible. Now, this question is going to come from 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 17. And the question is that you, O troubler of Israel? Now, King Ahab asked this question of Elijah, the prophet of God. Often, truth tellers, people of integrity, are regarded as troublemakers by an evil society, especially God's people. And the leaders, the corrupt, evil leaders, often look at God's people as being these troublemakers, right? Because we stand for God's righteousness, His justice and mercy. We stand for truth. In an evil society that doesn't want to acknowledge truth and reality, the truth is maligned. And this means God cannot be acknowledged or followed if people are to have their selfish way, if they're to have what they want. So God is either denied or ignored or both, depending on the circumstance. Let's read a little more. 1 Kings chapter 18, we're going to read verses 17 and 18, just to see this little exchange between King Ahab and Elijah. Then it happened, when Ahab saw Elijah, that Ahab said to him, "Is that you, O troubler of Israel?" And he answered, now this is Elijah answering, "I have not troubled Israel, but you and your father's house have, in that you have forsaken the commandments of the Lord and have followed the Baals." Now the Baals, those are demonic spirits or idols, depending on how you want to look at that. They're both. They're evil. They're wrong. There's nothing good there. Elijah answers honestly that the ruler himself has brought evil on the nation. Corrupt rulers do. They always bring evil on their nation. He forsook the Lord and led the people astray, and they were following demons and idols. Now we see this same thing play out today in our nation and around the world. World leaders guide people on a path of self-destruction and lies, while Christians are called evil and accused of causing hurt and trouble. Remember, our words are hurtful, or painful. Our words are violence simply because we tell the truth. Parents are encouraged to harm their children in ways that we can never fix. The murder of innocent children is celebrated in the streets. But we, who follow God, who simply want order and truth, and really we want everyone to be loved and cared for, but we are demonized. We do not want the innocent to be killed. We want young people to have a chance to mature and have their own children. We want to help those with emotional and mental illnesses. Our leaders have led the people astray. And we face the judgment of God in the U.S., in this country, and in other places, perhaps the whole world. Not because of Christians, but because of corrupt leaders. And be aware, there are corrupt leaders in the church as well. Those who preach the prosperity gospel, for instance, like God is a heavenly ATM that you can force to do your bidding, that you can make Him owe you something. This is a lie. God never owes us anything, and we owe Him everything. No. Now, God does not want you to suffer, especially not suffer needlessly, but remember what Jesus said about rich people. It is impossible for them to get to heaven without God. God alone makes it possible. How many of us can really say that we could conquer all the temptations that wealth would bring on us? Can you imagine being so wealthy that you can just do whatever you want? You can buy whatever you want, and you can buy whoever you want, right? Do you see how hard these temptations would be? You're just sitting around every day with all this money just burning, right? Just ready to roll. God does not want us all to suffer those types of temptations because a lot of us would fail. Once people are addicted to power and access and the ease of wealth, it's hard for them to see the need for God. So do not wish for riches. Pray for the wisdom and love of God. That is what this world needs more of. That is what leads people to Jesus. So is that you, O troubler of Israel? If me telling the truth, spreading the gospel of Christ, following my Savior and God, causes you trouble, then yes, it is I.